Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all are doing good. So, I know this is a new thing for you all to do online teaching, online classes, and all, but we can't avoid it because we all are stuck in this crisis, in this pandemic. So, I hope you also should understand that now you have to adapt this thing. For how many days, for how many months, we don't know. But we will cope up with this. We'll try to understand from this also, and we'll try to study in such a way in your online thing also. Okay. So without wasting much time, we'll start with our first topic, that is our sets. Now here you see, what does this sets means, or the word set. What comes in your mind when you listen the word set? I know everyone, most of you, not most, I guess everyone in your daily work, you use this word. Especially now, I guess this examples for girls, it will better understand. Now you will tell, right, whenever you go to a shop, you can tell, uncle, can you please give me the set of bangles, right? You tell that set of bangles, which means there is not only one bangle, there is many bangles and with varieties. You may have the bangles with that jhumkas, you may have the plain bangles in that, you may have the bangles with much designs. So you know, basically that is our set. You might are understanding what you said. Now boys, you'll be playing cards and all, so you will tell, just give me the set of cards. So in that cards you will be having so many, you will be having the king, you will be having the queen, so many cards will be there. So that we call it as sets. So we will be studying about this part, but a little bit forwarded, like how it is notated, how it is represented. Now here I have set of pens. Now I can tell you, can you please give me set of pens just with 4 of them in it? Yes. So here comes your limitation. I'm giving you a what you'll tell, kind of boundary, that I'm just telling you 4. So you know, there also like this and all, we will see how it is represented like this. Now if I tell you set of natural numbers, please write the set of natural numbers. So you may write 1, 2, 3, and it will be like so on. Our end part is our infinity, so on. You don't know where to stop. But just I've said you set of natural numbers, so you'll write 1, 2, 3. But if I tell you, write natural numbers less than 10, I'm giving you here a condition, right? Write natural numbers less than 10. So how you'll write? You'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and your last comes only 9, because here I have given you condition what it should be less than 10. Your set is of natural numbers, but it should be less than 10. So you are writing it. Now we will see in this part how you will represent it, because now you're making the set and all, means you group it nicely, right? You make it look like a clean, you make it look like, this is a set. In this, now nothing I can add. So in mathematical way, how we will represent it, what will come here, means how it begins, how it's end, so that it should look particularly. And when I tell you that particular set, means you should understand, okay, I'm talking about the natural numbers and all. So we will see about that, its annotations, what all is used, just basic things, whatever sets means. Okay. So the basic concept I made you understand, like what is set. I hope you understand the word what sets means. Simple. Please make down the notes, whatever I have written, how I have written, in the same way, so that from now only you should learn to write in a systematic way. Whenever you are doing mathematics, you should be systematic. Okay, that's what maths teaches. So the way I am giving notes, just make it, write it in the same way, note down everything. Here basic part I have written. Your first chapter is sets. So write down the heading. It's your wish, whatever color inks you use, except the red ink. You can use your any color, whole blue ink and all. Don't go in that like I have used 2 color inks, so you should also use. It's your wish, you can, you cannot. So here basically it is introduction. So the theory of sets was developed by German mathematician George Cantor, 1845 to 1918. He lived. Set serves as a fundamental part of the present day mathematics. As you know, in every basic things we use this word as a set, and it plays a lot of plays or important roles. So sets definition in your mathematical way, as I said you, a set is a well defined collection of objects. See, here we are mentioning well defined, which means you can define it. Where you can't define, that is not called as a set. Okay. For examples I have given the rivers of India, or the natural numbers less than 10, that is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, or natural numbers we are telling. A pack of cards, which I had said you, and many more. You can write too many. Definitions and all will be important. Now here you have its representation. objects, elements and members of a set are synonyms terms, your first point. Second, sets are usually denoted by capital letters. Capital letters. See, whenever we are writing set, you'll write like this, okay? Whatever we are writing the terms, we are writing the elements with commas. See here, when I have written this, I have used comma, and you are starting with brace. This is called as flower bracket, okay? This is called as flower bracket. You start with this and end up with this. You write like this. Whenever you're telling set, you're representing with the, we call it as a braces. This is called as braces. Start brace, end brace. And in usually you call it as flower bracket. Set is always represent in your flower bracket, remember. And it is always denoted in capital letters. Now this I will write it as capital N. N I have written because it is natural numbers. See, natural numbers is always denoted by N. When N it is capital N, you should understand it is natural numbers. So whenever you are representing a set, whatever you write, it should be written with commas and with the braces. Start brace, end brace, and it is represented as capital letter. This will be your capital letter, and the inside items, whatever you write, it is called as elements. This is termed as elements, or you can tell terms, whatever. And this can be in small letters. This will be in small letters. The start which you are denoting when you are telling set will be always in capital, and the inside the elements parts will be in your small letters. This is the basic how you write a set, how the set is represented. Okay, that all points only I have given you. Just write it. As I have said here, sets are usually denoted by capital letters A, B, C, X, Y, Z, etc. Anything you can use. It depends on you. The elements of the set are represented by A, B, C, X, Y, Z, same, etc. But these are small. Okay, represented by, you can write here small letters, so that it will be clear for you. Small letters, and elements, I said you, within that bracket, whatever comes, it is termed as elements. Next comes member or not a member. Like for example, if A is an element of set A, if A is an element of set A, we say that A belongs to A. Yes, A belongs to A. Now suppose for example, Kaveri is a river of India. Okay, so you tell Kaveri belongs to India. So you can't write such a big, right, for everything Kaveri belongs to India. It becomes very big sentence. So for that, just to replace this belongs to, there is a symbol called epsilon. We term is as epsilon. And how we write it? See here, just to make it as a E. See, we write it as making it E. Like this. This is called epsilon, which is termed as belongs to. This replaces our belongs to. If I tell does not belongs to means same but with the bar. This becomes our does not belongs to. Simple. Now you see, here I have set of natural numbers, right? Now I tell 1 belongs to n. So how I'll write? 1 belongs to n. If I want to tell, now if I tell you 10, is it 10 in this set? You'll tell no, 10 does not belongs to the set n. So how you'll write? 10 does not belongs to set n. So this is the simple things which you have to learn. Whenever you tell anything, this elements belongs to the particular set means you use the term epsilon. Epsilon belongs to, if some other term you are telling other element which does not belongs to that particular set, so you denote it with does not, epsilon, and with the bar. As you say, no, do not terms like this. So in the same way, it is in such a way. So A belongs to A, the symbol epsilon, you call it as epsilon, is used to denote the phrase belongs to. That is, I have written here A belongs to A. If B is not an element of A, we write B does not belongs to A. This term is termed as B does not belongs to A. When it does not belongs, you have to use this symbol. When it belongs to, you have to use this symbol. Okay, this is all your basic part. Just write it down, students. Write down your basic parts, note it down. We will meet tomorrow in the class. So please try to concentrate and try to understand. If you have any doubts, just clarify it. We will see in our next class. I hope you have liked the video. If you have liked, everyone please subscribe it and wait for the new classes. Okay, thank you.